Namaste, Sasre Akal, Adab. Nice to see everyone and welcome again to Immigration News and Views. My name is David Nachman. I'm one of the managing attorneys at the NPZ Law Group, and today I'm joined by my colleague Snehal Batra, who's the managing attorney in our new Branchburg office, which was opened in August of this year.
That's right.
And we have a great group down there ready to help you with all of your immigration law needs. Today, before we get started, of course, we want to wish everyone a happy holiday. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and season's greetings to all of our loyal viewers. And so the NPZ Law Group has offices in Branchburg, New Jersey, and Ridgewood, New Jersey, and Midtown Manhattan, and we also have affiliated offices in India, where Snehal and I actually got back from a trip, a 2-week trip in India, where we had an opportunity to speak to the consular officers, and the consular officers were very forthcoming in giving us great information about the visa process. And what we're going to do is we're going to spend maybe a little time on a different video talking about some of the things that we learned at the U.S. Consulate office in Mumbai and share that with you. But before we do that, it's about that time of the year where we start opening files for H-1Bs, and I'm just going to sort of ask you, Snehal, this past year was a crazy year for H-1Bs. What do you think, what were our biggest challenges for H-1Bs this year?
This past year, we, as many immigration practitioners I'm sure are also aware, huge problems with RFEs, with our H-1Bs. You know, issues that we really haven't seen in a really long time regarding specialty occupation and whether or not level 1 wage was the proper wage for the position. So across the board, just lots of RFEs related to the filings.
So those RFEs came out of a special initiative that the new Trump administration had announced, I guess back about a year ago. It was January of 2017, and President Trump had issued an order on January 20th of 2017. It was an executive order which had a lot of stuff in it. It was very full of stuff, but the big thing that the big takeaway, I guess, was this concept of extreme vetting.
Extreme vetting.
And so would you say that RFEs are like a manifestation of the concept of extreme vetting?
Absolutely. Yeah. So I think that I'll use David's words that in the executive order there was this embedded language about extreme vetting. The executive order talked about extreme vetting, and of course part of that is RFEs with the H-1Bs. So they're just slowing things down tremendously for us. And then extreme vetting on all the cases to make sure that they're, you know, curbing clients that are and companies that are committing fraud potentially.
So that's who they're after. They're after
Yes.
the people who are not the do-gooders, not the people who are really following the law to a T, but the people who are not doing it right and the people who are trying to pull one over on the government. That's really what they're after, right?
Those are the people that they're trying to, of course, you know, to find and curb. Yes.
Right. So I'm getting calls from tremendous number of people for whom we're doing H-1Bs, and they're all reading online the timing and how long it takes to get RFEs, you know, responses to RFEs or H-1Bs. What do you think about that? I mean, is there anything to those numbers that, you know, are they real? Are those numbers that we're seeing online about delays or processing times, are those real? Or
well, of course, this past year, you know, as I'm sure our viewers are aware, premium processing was on hold. So that was suspended. So of course that caused tremendous amount of delays for clients who were just, you know, maybe just they're just stuck in limbo, whether or not they're going to be, you know, approved. The timing, of course, this year, because premium processing was suspended, there was just a huge delay in getting RFEs and approvals. In fact, you know, we still have RFEs in our office, a handful of them that we're still trying to process, despite the fact that we requested an October 1st start date.
Right.
And along the lines of extreme vetting, we have clients that were approved. We were successfully able to get their RFEs approved, have traveled back to their home country to get their visa stamping, and are stuck in administrative processing under 221G, which is yet another form of extreme vetting under President Trump's executive order. So we're seeing delays and extreme vetting across the board in all arenas of immigration.
Exactly, and in fact, when we sat with the U.S. consular officers in Mumbai, we raised the issue of administrative processing, and we were trying to figure out with them, like, what is it that they're looking for? What is the process? And, you know, obviously there are certain layers to the administrative processing procedure for them, some of which are very deep analyses of the individual's background. They could be deep analyses of whether or not an individual who's on an H-1B is actually working at a third-party site or working for the employer. And we're also seeing investigations that are actually emanating from the U.S. consulate, one of which we're working on together presently, which emanated from the U.S. consulate and then ended up coming here. And there were inquiries by Department of Labor, Fraud Detection, National Security,
Wage and hourly,
and Wage and Hour from the Department of Labor. So it's really interesting because what also we've seen in that original executive order back in January was how databases were going to start to be joined and shared together, which we haven't seen in the past. So I guess you would say that that would be another form of this extreme vetting. Exactly.
Right.
So it's really a changing world. You know, it's whether it's for the best or it's not for the best, that's, I guess the jury is still out on that. But what we are seeing is that the concept of extreme vetting and buy American, hire American is creating ripple effects, which our clients are, you know, still learning how to deal with that.
As are we.
As are we as lawyers, and slowly but surely we're hopefully coming to good results for our clients. You know, as long as the percentage stays as high as it is with approvals, we're going to be happy, and so will our clients. So that's really good. Yeah. So with that, we'd like to wish everyone a very happy holiday. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you have any questions, of course, the lawyers, the immigration and nationality lawyers at NPZ Law Group remain ready, willing, and able to assist you. Please feel free to give us a call, or you can visit the website, which is on your screen below. We look forward to being able to assist you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bye for now.